Hello everyone, and once again, this is Grace. I'm the host of Driving Eco-Sustainability, my perspective podcast, and today we are going to be doing something different. Over the course of our conversations with the different guests I host, we always come across those unique terms that are used within the climate change space. And people are always wondering, what does this mean? What does the other mean? So today we are going to be talking about nature-based solutions. I'm sure all those people who are into the space of climate change mitigation, climate change adaptation, you've come across this term, nature-based solutions, or sometimes people can abbreviate it and just say NBS. Now, what are nature-based solutions? Nature-based solutions are those solutions that use, protect, and restore the environment through using its natural ecosystem or biodiversity. And the nature-based solutions, what makes them so unique is that they aim to balance the needs of the environment, but also the human needs. And these solutions are born from within. They come from nature, they come from the natural ecosystems of the environment where a particular community lives. And these solutions are aimed, in fact, to mitigate and adapt to climate change through use of biodiversity, through use of ecosystems, and also they aim to enhance the livelihoods of the communities that live within these natural ecosystems, that are utilizing this biodiversity or this ecosystem where the nature is. So nature-based solutions are, in a way, a win-win situation where the community gets to utilize its nature, but at the same time, this nature, the natural environment, is equally safeguarded so that we achieve the bigger target, of course, which is environmental sustainability. Because as we are all aware, we are supposed to be using our environment not only to deplete it, but to also ensure that we reserve something, for future generations, so that we balance our needs, our immediate desires, and our immediate concerns, but also bearing at the back of our minds that we have to leave something for future generations, which is the entire essence of sustainability and environmental sustainability. And basically, this is what gave birth and this is what gave rise to nature-based solutions. So you're out there wondering, what are nature-based solutions? What are examples of those nature-based solutions that you can implement, that you can come up with, that you can do within the back of your home to ensure that you as well contribute to averting or reducing the current climate crisis? Now, examples of nature-based solutions. For example, coastal communities, for example, in Tanzania or Kenya, have undertaken the restoration of the mangroves. Mangroves are those trees that grow in the swamps along the coastline. So restoration of mangroves, seagrass or coral reefs, so that they enhance the robustness of the coastline and to also enhance the resilience of these communities to natural disasters like El Nino floods or tsunamis. Because when these trees are restored, and in recent years they've been depleted, because as we know, coastal communities are competing with the fact that there is a rise in tourism along the coastline. So the mangroves had been depleted over a number of years. But when they are restored, they help to reduce the negative effects of floods to communities that live along the coastline. Because as we are aware, the roots are structured in such a way that they absorb water. Therefore, when it rains or when there are heavy floods or when there are hurricanes, which are heavy winds coupled with rainfall, communities are not affected in such a way that their houses are raised down. That's how we say that mangroves enhance the resilience of coastal communities to climate change. And this is an example of a nature-based solution. Another example of nature-based solution is tree planting, for example, planting of bamboo. Now, as we are all aware, bamboo has an above average carbon sequestration level. What do I mean by carbon sequestration? It has a higher than normal tree carbon storage capacity. That means it stores more carbon dioxide compared to other ordinary trees. And the reason as to why bamboo is also encouraged to be planted is that it highly regenerates, like it multiplies at a faster rate and it grows at a faster rate compared to normal trees. So the fact that it stores more carbon compared to an average normal tree, and it also multiplies and it grows very fast compared to a normal tree, it has been relied upon as part of those nature-based solutions that people can implement in their communities. Also, another nature-based solution is the planting of trees in our cities to reduce the effects of heat waves. As we are aware, these days heat waves have become a part of our daily lives. In fact, it has been documented that last year, 2024, is by far the hottest year on record in recent years. And it seems we are struggling with meeting the Paris Agreement temperature goal. It seems we are struggling to optimize and reduce the temperatures as set to less than 2 degrees Celsius within the Paris Agreement. So when we plant trees, at least the trees are able to reduce the negative effects of heat on a normal day. And how do they do this? They do this by the mere fact that they absorb the carbon dioxide. And remember, one of the leading causes of global warming is that when there's a lot of carbon in the atmosphere, it penetrates the ozone layer, thereby exposing the earth to more heat, which is what global warming is all about. So having more trees within our cities enhances the livelihoods of people who live within our cities, thereby reducing the negative effects of climate change. So that's why the use and the development and the setting up of green cities is now a big thing. So if you live out there and you're in the city, don't use it as an excuse that for me, I live in the city, I can't plant a tree. Go and plant that tree. Even if you have only one tree in your home, it is enough. It is something to start with. It is your humble contribution to adapting to and mitigating climate change. Now, another nature-based solution is agroforestry. This involves incorporating trees and shrubs in your garden. Because as you know, because we have an all year round use of our gardens, we plant so many plants the entire year, depending on the season in which you're in. And therefore, by the time the year ends, or by the time the planting season is done, whichever planting season you're part of, you're going to end up in a situation where perhaps a particular important nutrient that you need for you to have returns of what you need to plant the next season have been depleted. But when we incorporate trees, one, they help in absorbing and moisture retention within the soil, but also they help with contributing to carbon capture and storage. So agroforestry is also one of those forms of nature-based solutions. Another one is having green roofs. Now, I think we have seen there in some countries where you see, other than having our normal tiles and our normal iron sheets, some people have green roofs. Now, these green roofs, sometimes people use them even to plant for urban farming, perhaps. So green roofs are also seen as a nature-based solution to contribute to restoring our ecosystems, restoring our biodiversity, ensuring that our nature is integrated in our day-to-day lives, but also enhancing the livelihoods of the communities that are dependent on nature. So if you are out there and you've been wondering what nature-based solution you can implement today, I would suggest, I think the easiest is planting a tree. And if you can plant bamboo. Because as you can see, you don't need to have over 10 acres of land to plant trees. even one tree is enough, because we have noted that planting of trees is a nature-based solution that is implemented in our cities so as to reduce the negative effects of heat stress, like the fact that when it's very hot, it also gives rise to the fact that our children who are in school are easily susceptible to excessive sweating, and because of this they are also susceptible to fainting. So this could be your humble contribution to averting climate change through use of such a nature-based solution. Do you have any nature-based solution that you think I have left out? You can share it in our comments, or you can also share it with me. I've been your host, Grace, driving eco-sustainability, my perspective, simplifying climate change terms. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I do value the time that you put in to watch every episode. The entire essence I started this channel was to enhance the reach of the voices of those people who are contributing to the fight against climate change and those who are fighting to save our environment. If you like this video, click the subscribe button so that you can equally contribute to enhancing awareness towards climate action. Let's save our planet together.